and welcome or welcome back to a Chip Off the Old Block Toys. I'm Jeff, and today we are going to build this. It's called the Scrapyard, and it's set number 60472. It has 871 pieces. I think with a proper expansion, it could be great for the city down the line because I'm not ready for it. But let's go ahead and let's start the building, and I'm going to go ahead and change cameras here. And good morning, Greg. Good morning, John. All right, here we go. Let's get started on all this. How's your guys' morning going? And more importantly, how's your whole entire weekend been? So, did you guys hear that it's illegal to laugh loudly in Hawaii? That's right, because they only permit a low ha. All right, here we go. There's the first guy. And John says, almost done with the International Space Station. The last couple pages with those solar panels. What a pain. Yep, it can be, John. So, I've spent the majority of my weekend just getting stuff done. Did our grocery shopping Friday, so we're good. And then we picked up Gertie, and Gertie's with us. And if you guys don't know, Gertie is my sister's dog that I like to borrow. She's a great Pyrenees and also a great Pain. Not Dane, Pain. Anyway, she actually is a good dog, but she's a little rough around the edges sometimes. But we've had her, and after this stream, I'm going to be taking her back to my sister's. But I've also been working on the city. I've already got Wednesday's video done. It's edited, it's posted. It's just going to be released on Wednesday. And then also I've been working on the city some more. I was working on, what do you call it? The windmills, or the wind turbines. Because my the LED lights I ordered came in, so I started putting those together, and I had to rebuild a couple of them because they got smashed, unfortunately. Why don't I go adopting Gertie? Mainly because my sister doesn't want me to adopt Gertie, and that would be the reason why. So, anyway, I'm having a good weekend. Working on the city's always fun. I've got plenty of ideas, and if you're interested in what those ideas are, you'll have to stay tuned. Right now, on the bottom level of the mine, or the cliff, I'm working on building 2 mine shafts. One that's active and one that's abandoned. And then we're also going to have some nature. I might stick a bear in a cave. I do have some bears, some brick built bears that came with one of the 3-in-1 like RV things. So I can build that. And rule of 2, how you doing this morning? And I might have another cave too with some other wildlife. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure all that out. Okay. How's your weekend going, rule of 2? My weekend's going pretty well, like I said. Just getting a lot done. And also, my Bricklink order, it arrived too, and I've already used up most of the pieces on building up the beach, so I can put the cave thing, because the cave's going to come out kind of like this and then come back, and on this side is going to be facing the current beach. This other side is going to be the Italian Riviera. So, you picked up the new snow speeder set. Awesome. All right. I have not actually seen that one, but is it how many pieces was it? I did put another Bricklink order in this weekend. I ordered more parts so I can continue. And the windmill thing we made on Friday from the one-piece set, I've already placed one of those on the city. I ran out of pieces, so I couldn't place it on the city. So the other one, but I'm working on it. Got those pieces ordered, and it looks like the guy says it's already packed. So hopefully that means he ships it tomorrow. And if he does, he's not that far away from me. I'd probably get it by Thursday, which would be super awesome. I would love to do more. I just want to finish it, to be honest. I don't like leaving things unfinished. It kind of stresses me out when I've got a bunch of different projects open and not completed. So I'd like to just get it done. 349 pieces is like a snow speeder with a fire design. Oh, okay. Oh, yes, I did see that one. Okay. Yes, I did see that. So cool. Yeah, I guess there's a bunch of sets released today because it's the first. I didn't get any. I got the Arkham Asylum and Wally and Eve, but I pre-ordered them, so they have not been shipped yet. I hope they ship it soon. 349 pieces. That's not too bad. That's actually pretty decent. And also, I just have a question for you. If a pig loses its voice, is that considered disgruntled? Oh, yeah, the Hogsmeade Village. There's a new massive Harry Potter set that doesn't have any leaks. That didn't have any leaks. Yeah, I don't know. That one, I don't know if I really want it or not, because I already have all those buildings from other sets, except for one, I think. So I'm not really sure I want to get it. And hello, Super Doom King. How you doing? So also, I wanted to tell you guys, I found a wooden shoe in my toilet. It was clogged. And I've got more jokes where that came from. Got another one. My mom asked what happened to my candy. What she doesn't know is I have a few Twix up my sleeve. Actually, I don't even like Twix. It's not really a, yeah. There's only 2 exclusive figs anyways. Yeah, I'm not a minifigure collector. I'm a budget collector these days because you have to be. All right, this is coming together, and these do have those clips on them, so supposedly you can change them out. And in fact, I was looking at the box, and I wanted to point out something to you guys. You know, this is a scrapyard, otherwise known as a junkyard, right? And it says right here, customize your cars. Well, since these cars are in the scrapyard, aren't they considered junk? So Lego's literally advertising you can customize your junk. Now, I've known for years that women have been customizing their junk using silicone, but now they're telling us men that we can do it with plastic. Just a PSA out there for y'all. There's only I did just buy Star Wars on sale, all I can really afford. Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat right now. I can't afford much, so I buy what I can, and that's the best you can do, right? And you know, when you don't have much money, then you kind of have to go through and decide which ones are more important to you, and just buy the ones you feel like you can't live without. Of course, truthfully, I don't feel like I can live without any Lego, but that's my problem. We have our first sticker of the day. Hello, Scott's Blocks. How's it going? Are you off work today because of the holiday? Nice shirt. Looks very dapper. Is that what it is? Popeye. Yeah, I used to love Popeye as a kid. I used to watch it all the time, the cartoon. And Yeah, Scott, how is your holiday going? You're off work today, okay. Speaking of that, Scott, at some time I need to the west wall of my shop. I ran the wires before I put the wood up, but I haven't connected the outlets and the line's not connected to the circuit breaker out there. But eventually I need to do that, Scott. And that's coming up probably in the next few weeks, especially as it starts cooling off because of fall. All right, we got the first car done. And no, we're not going to customize our junk on here. Just kidding. Let's go ahead and grab the other car here and get started. This is a black sports car with the headlights that come up. And Rex said, I was considering getting the set, but it would take far too many pieces to make a junkyard suitable for modular town. Also, those should be on the edge of the city, not in Midtown. Yes, I agree with everything you just said there, Rex. Yeah, just some light wiring, Scott. Nothing major. I think it's only 4 boxes, and each one's a double outlet. I forget what the proper term is for it. No light switches, nothing on there, just 4 outlets, and those are going to be running a very light load. Those are going to be having the LED lights plugged into them, so they're not going to be carrying much of a load. And it's going to be a 15 amp line or circuit. So hello, Hoarder, how you doing? Lego needs to make some Popeye. Yeah, no, I agree with it. It's like I missed a few comments. Nice to be able to chill out for a change. Yeah, I can imagine, dude. I mean, because from the sounds of it, it sounds like your electric jobs are stacked on top of each other, which is good because that means, consistent work for you. But no, I can understand just having a day or two to kick it and not have to worry about it probably sounds good too, though. And Hoarder, yes. We got Super Doom King here. Yeah, your lines are tan. That's the hard part. 2 gang outlets. Yes, that's right. That's what it was. I was going to say, I kept thinking gang busters, and I couldn't remember that was gang. Yes, that's true. Yeah. Yeah. It's actually, I like to use, and I don't know proper terms, Scott, but I like to use those little connectors instead of using the wing nuts. To use those little connectors where you strip the end of the wire and just plug it in, and they got the 2, 3, and 4 slots in them. Those are my favorite because I don't like wing nuts that much, and those things are so cheap. You can buy like a bag of 100 of them for like $10, $12. They're fairly inexpensive. Those have become my favorite. I used to use wing nuts back in like 2001 when I rewired that house, but yeah. And let's see. I picked up the Spider-Man train set and 2 pick-a-brick box. Awesome. I love that Spider-Man train set. I only have 1. I hope to get several of those. And I have the older one that came out, oh gosh, like 15 years now, probably. But it's a great set. I hope you enjoy putting it together. And what did you get on the pick-a-brick wall? That's always like winning the lottery, or kind of like winning the lottery, or deal or no deal. What's in your case? What's in your box? My store had 1x5 tan plates and 1x4x3 trans light blue paint. Oh, okay. Oh, that's not bad. I got 2 boxes. Oh, okay. Monday through Friday, I'm a Sparky. Okay. I like how you put that. On the weekends, I do general maintenance at an Airbnb. Okay. Oh, that's cool, man. Sounds like you stay pretty busy then. I kind of figured just because what little we've talked and stuff, but I think that's awesome. No way, Wagos suck. I've seen so many burned up neutrals on Wagos. Oh, you don't like them? I also never backstab outlets. Wow. Okay. I mean, you're the professional, so I'm gonna take your word for it. I'll stop doing that because I always do the poke in the back of the outlet. Run my wires that way. But come to think of it, last year I wanted it. I still want to be an electrician. I've had a problem finding an apprenticeship. So many companies won't do it. But there was one company who said, "Well, I'll give you a try for one day." And then when he found out that I lived so far away from him, an hour away, he's like, "Oh no, I don't think it'll work." And it's like, "Yeah, well, I'm committed to doing it." He said I did a great job, but he was like, "It's the distance. I'm afraid you won't show up after a while." And there I go. A few months later, got a job at the IRS for 6 months, traveling the same distance, an hour away, and well, hardly ever called off. In fact, the only time I called off was my son's accident. So, anyway. I'd still like to get an apprenticeship and get that going. I think there's some good money to be made. And not only that, this town here does not have an electrician because we do have 2 people that are electricians in this town, but they both work for the mine, so they don't want to do any big jobs. They'll do small, simple wiring things, but they won't like do a whole entire new house or anything. And I would love to fill that gap and get paid. You know what I mean? I was warned when I started my electronic engineering school that there are no jobs in the field. Okay. I got more 1x6x5 windows and 1x2x2 window panels the last few times I went. So now I feel like I have everything. That's awesome. It is awesome to have it. And my store has decent parts for right now, but I don't need most of it. And Scott says his store didn't have anything great. How far is a Lego store from you guys? Because that's one thing that's kind of difficult for me. My closest Lego store is an hour and 20 minutes from me, so it's kind of difficult. Yeah, wait a minute. Somebody called Guinness. Will has parts he actually does not want. All right. Well, somebody better be calling Guinness Book of World Record because, or I guess they don't call it book anymore because no one publishes really books that much. But I'm serious, guys. I am committed to making it work and making my city the largest Lego city in the world. I don't know if I'll be able to do it because somebody will probably outdo me, but I'm going to try. And I'm sorry, I got to turn the air conditioner here. Your store is 20 minutes away. That's cool. Scott, I want every part, but if I already have them, I'm saving space for the next batch. Okay. And I have a Bricks and Minifigures about 30 minutes away. Okay. Oh, wow. 5 minutes away tops. Man. Yeah, I guess this makes up for the fact that when I lived in Alexandria, Virginia on Fort Belvoir, to 30 minutes to the south was Potomac Mills Mall with a Lego store in it. And then if I went 30 minutes northwest, there was Tyson's Corner Mall, which also had a Lego store. And if I went northeast from my house 30 minutes, there was Fashion City or something. I can't remember what. It was Pentagon City Mall, basically. And it was also a Lego store. And if I went an hour out, Annapolis and Baltimore had stores. So I had 5 Lego stores within an hour of me. And then now I'm here and, well, I'm not so lucky. Keep your idea quiet. I need to. You're right. You're right. Let's read the comments. There are 2 stores about an hour from me, but with no system to report on what's a brick wall. I don't care to drive all the way unless there's a store exclusive set I'm interested in. Yeah, I'm the same thing. Hoarder, you're right. Stop saying it so nobody gets ahead of you. Keep your idea quiet. I'm going to have to, because it does. I'm not, look, I don't think anything I'm doing is really all that special, but there's a clear pattern. If I announce it, there is 2 different channels that try to outdo me, and it kills me because it happened again over the weekend. I came across a video. I'm not gonna say which channel, but he's saying he's going to do what I already announced I'm going to do. So that's twice in like 2 weeks that's happened. So kind of frustrating. But I do promise you guys, without revealing exactly what I'm going to do with that big old cave thing on, because one side's going to be Riviera, and I've already announced that. But on the other side of it, it's going to be something totally different. And believe me, I wish I could just like, hey guys, this is what I'm going to do. But just trust me on this. I have some great things planned, and you guys will like it. Yeah, Will has a Lego store that is dangerously close to him. Rex says the nearest Bricks and Minifigure store is about a 4-hour drive. Whoa. I have a Bricks and Minifigure store about an hour from me. And then there's it's called Bunkster's Bricks. It's kind of a off-brand secondhand Lego store, and they're like right around the corner from Bricks and Minifigures. So I've got 2 not official Lego stores, but kind of. And we have End Zone. End Zone is another one that it's a gold standard store. I mean, Lego approves of it, and they get things released the same day that Lego gets them released. And they did that because at the time the End Zone was created, it was far enough away from real Lego stores. This looks like it's supposed to be like kind of like a Porsche. Yeah, I agree with you, Scott. Hopefully one day one opens closer to you. Very dangerous. Hoarder says it's closer to me than the grocery store. So if by chance a bad happens to come along, I might end up hungry. The struggle is real, right? In my area, sets over $100 have octopus locks on them, so I don't think Lego would want to make a store in my area. Yeah, I've seen that, and I've seen those Walmarts where they lock up the whole thing with glass, or plexiglass or whatever. But yeah, they're locked away, and I really think that's a shame they've had to do that. But I've seen so many of those. I don't know what you call them, collector minifigure series things with bags broken open or boxes these days. Okay, so we got the 2 cars done and 2 bags. So this to me, it looks like a Porsche. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be a Porsche. And we finally have a Bricks and Minifigures opening up here in Maryland. Awesome. Hell yeah, Jeff, just do a grand reveal. And I will. I think I might build the Spider-Man train right now. What do you guys think? I think it's an awesome set. Gonna smoke this cancer stick and go upstairs. All right. Oh, yeah. Free Lego, it's innocent. Oh, that's good. I like that. When that goat came out, I saw 37 open boxes at a Walmart shelf. Yeah, it's just sad that anybody would resort to that. Ruins it for the rest of us. Because I can honestly, I think most of us could say this. We've never stolen a Lego. I mean, look, if you can't afford it, you can't afford it. That's all there is to it. And whatever. No reason to steal them. Sounds like a plan, Will. Scott, Hive may be onto something with the whole adults room, the Lego hobby thing. And you know something? Yeah, I could agree with that. Because, I mean, I know you all are painfully aware, we all are, of the $1,000 Death Star dish coming out. And I think that's a complete joke. And also, I saw a leak today. They were saying that they're going to build an AT-AT walker that's going to look like a gingerbread house. And, geez, Lego, really? You guys have already come out with the yearly AT-AT. Now you're going to do a stinking gingerbread house? I mean, what, you guys running out of ideas? No, but you're not allowed to talk about who ruins the hobbies. Oh, well, that's not really stealing. Scott's wife, I may have picked up some loose parts off the Walmart floor. Well, it's actually, I've heard a rumor that at the Lego store, if it touches the floor, a piece off the pick a brick wall, they consider it trash. Which, I don't know. I mean, I'd happily pick those up. Sweep them in a pile for me. I'll come pick them up once a week. I wouldn't complain if there's extra little dirt in there. I'd clean it for free. Sure. Why not? Why does Lego think that adults want to display sets? I don't know. I think Lego's lost their damn minds. I love the product. Don't like the company. I've said that many times. And I stand behind that. I just don't. Yeti just sent me a picture of the AT-AT. Yeah, I saw that this morning in my Facebook feed, and I was like, what? I'm an adult, and I want play sets. Hey, man, whether you're an adult or not, that's debatable. What makes a play set's not? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding with you, Hoarder. I also want play sets. I really want that upscaled Santa. Yeah, that's a good one too, man. My friend's wife, Tammy, she, probably 5 years ago, made an upscale Santa off some instructions off Rebrickable. It's actually a little bit bigger than the one that you're talking about. Anyway, I've noticed Lego does that too. If somebody has a good idea on the market, they'll just kind of use it. And I heard a rumor, I don't know how true it is, but did you guys hear about that money tree set that Lego did? How supposedly they copied it from something that was already out there, and they got sued for it, and they had to made a deal that if they could keep selling it, but they had to give the majority of the profits to the guy who originally created it. That's what I heard. I don't know how true these things are, because I mean, it is the internet. And just because you saw it on the internet does not make it, yeah. Let's see. I want sets to include exclusive figs and enough parts to build that set gets my creative juices flowing so I can build a fig scaled version of myself. You know, that sounds pretty cool. If you give up your whimsy, you give up your humanity. And I'm definitely getting that AT-AT. Awesome. I didn't see a release date on it. Did anybody else see the release date on it, or is it just too early? Indeed, Jeff. Lego never makes any sense. Late GWPs screwing Star Wars fans. Yeah. I mean, what gets me? Okay, so this was several years back, but do you guys remember when they re-released the Death Star? Um, you know, the round globe that had like the trash compactor and the other thing. They had it out for a little bit, and then they re-released it. And I remember their big claim to fame on the box, or not on the box, but anywhere was, oh, well, it has 100 more pieces. And I looked at the instructions because I wanted to know before I bought if it was worth it, because it looked exactly the same. It was almost exactly the same. Pretty much all they did on that set was that they, in places where there could have been a 1x2 brick, they used 2 1x1 bricks and little things like that. And then they claimed, oh, because it had 100 pieces, it was different, but it looked almost like identical. And so that kind of put a red flag out. And I started watching more closely. And they did the ship in the bottle. They did the Saturn V again, almost piece per piece. It's gotten ridiculous. They keep doing it. And I just think it's a big money grab. And that turns me off. I'm not interested in giving my money to somebody just because they have their hand out asking for it. I want a Dark Hawk figure because the character is in Lego Marvel Superheroes 2, but he's way too niche. Maybe, but I don't know. I think there's people that would like him, though. I mean, they release Star Wars characters with like 30-second parts in a movie, and they call it exclusive and call it cool, and people go nuts over it. So I don't know how far-fetched that really is. I think it might be niche, but I also think there'll be people that'll buy it. I won't. I'll tell you that. I'm broke. True that I'm old and probably not an adult. All right. And you know, Scott, we should make that a hashtag. Easy parts inflation. Lego do better. Do better Lego, sorry. What's his name? Something Swole, the guy who's always saying that. You do better. He does the gym videos. We should have him do a Lego do better. October 1st release date, according to Bricklink. Okay. Well, thanks for that. Thank you for that information, Scott. All right, we got our second sticker, which is a picture of a bulldog with a steel-studded collar. Oh, I don't know why I said steel. It's probably aluminum. I do like how it fits, though, stud-wise, right in there. Nice and snug. All right, so we have this going. And I have a couple extra pieces, which make me wonder what I forgot. Anyway, we'll set those aside. And we've got, we're on bag 4 already. And next we're building the crane contraption that picks up the car. Well, since we've been talking a little bit about work, I want to tell you guys about my dream job. My dream job is to clean mirrors, because I could already see myself doing that. Just an FYI, still here. I just opened it. That's awesome, dude. And if you wanted to join me, just let me know. I'd send you a link. All right, guy with a water bottle. This is the third figure. Yeah, I've got a bunch of those dumb jokes. I like them all, though. Well, I mean, did you hear about the two guys that walked in the bar? The third one ducked. Well, I'm sure many of us in this can relate to this next joke, and that is, what do you call 1,000 armed rabbits marching backwards? It's a receding hairline. So Mrs. Chip this weekend was able to pick up her granddaughter. And so or one of her granddaughters. So we were able to talk to her. I was able to talk to her several times this weekend. I had a pretty good time talking to my granddaughter. She's 7 and in the 2nd grade. It's hard to believe that, first of all, that I have a granddaughter. Second of all, she's in 2nd grade already. Man, they make me feel old. I got to talk to my other granddaughter once this weekend. She is 3, and I will admit I don't know her as well as I do the other granddaughter. But yeah, still got to do it anyway. Well, I just want to let you guys know too that my other job would, my other dream job would be testing out mattresses, and I'm so good at that job I can do it with my eyes closed. This is perhaps one of the I love this computer screen. It is perhaps my favorite, mainly just because I want to have a whole entire office building with a bunch of cubicles and that going on. And you know, guys, I don't trust theirs. They're always up to something. Cubers are soul cancer. But stage 4 of that is bays. Oh, yeah. I can't stand working in a cubicle. And I was talking to my mom about my health goals, and my mom said I should start doing lunges, and I thought that'd be a big step forward. Sorry, I just got dumb jokes for y'all. The best jokes get your deep Google account deleted. That's correct. And that's why I sometimes feel stupid about being relegated to telling dad jokes. But let's just say I know enough jokes that are bad enough to get me kicked off in about 30 seconds. So I have to leave those to just, yeah. I know them and you know that I know them, but we can't say them. I told Cliff I might follow you to the edge. That's fun. I like that. what's the best is that my daughter Amanda, she used to tell me my jokes were stupid growing up, and every now and again she'll be at work and she's like, "Hey, somebody's telling dad jokes. Throw me a couple my way so I can tell them." And it's like, I thought my jokes were stupid. Anyway, kids. And that's the thing. I used to think they were dumb too growing up. Because my dad used to tell dad jokes. And then I found myself shortly after having kids repeating those jokes. With age comes wisdom. I agree. But with me, I'm not sure why I don't have much wisdom. Okay, so time flies like an arrow and fruit flies like a banana. I don't think that was that funny. I don't even know why I read that one. Oh my gosh. Every time I go to the dog park, ducks try to bite my dog. That's what I get for buying a purebred dog. My morning's been good, Greg. How has yours been, man? You had the day off? And you know, I once started a dating service for chickens, but I was having trouble making hens meet. Oh, it's your birthday. Well, happy birthday, Greg. That hurt. I pinched my skin in that one. Greg, are you guys going to go out to dinner or anything tonight? Family coming over? Are you going over to family? Like, what's going on for your birthday? You know, us electricians have it rough. We have to strip to make ends meet. That's a good one. Oh, shoot. I messed that up. There we go. Amara turned 8 today as well. Oh, that's your daughter? Awesome. And going to a local Tex-Mex restaurant. No matter how hard the job is, you got to soldier on. You know, Enzo here, he's a genius. I once asked him what's 2 minus 2. He said nothing. Well, just because I usually let you guys know this, let me open up my schedule for the next couple of days and I'll share that with you. So this week, I'm not sure which day, but I'm going to do a review of the Neuschwanstein Castle that we built. But that is coming out this week. Also, a review of the Polar Express train thing that just came out. And as far as what is actually planned on what day, well, we've got the city update coming up on Wednesday. Tomorrow, we're going to do set number 60467, which is the heavy duty recovery tow truck with crane. That's coming out. That'll be Mornings with Chip. In fact, everything I'm saying here right now is going to be Mornings with Chip. And I don't know how that went wrong. Oh, well. And Wednesday is going to be set number 60466, the yellow bulldozer. And then on Thursday, 76324, which is Spider-Man Oscorp. And then Friday, we're going to do part 3, building the F1 building marathon. And that's just where I just do all the current F1s as far as I can get. Yeah, I saw that, Greg. And, I mean, I don't know. I'm not a fan of it. And that's just because they've already done a million other AT-AT sets. It seems like every year they come out with a version of it, including Ultimate Collector Series, which was a good one, by the way. So, but I just think it's kind of lame to come out with a new one all the time. I think Lego can do better. All right, so we've got another bag. Just another overpriced Star Wars set, and that is how that's a good explanation right there. I guess we're building a little bit of an office right here. I'm not really sure. Oh, yes. Here's Octane and sticker to go with it. Gingerbread AT-AT going right next to the Christmas X-Wing. That's cool. I mean, you know, if that's what you're into, that's good. I forgot they did that Christmas X-Wing. Or did they? Is that a custom build? Is that like a rebrickable, or is that an official Lego set? I forget. Indeed, if I had the X-Wing, I would want the AT-AT to go with it. What's the next massive Christmas ornament? Yeah, I'm not. I've already decided I'm not getting that one. Because when it comes down to it, I would just rather have the money for parts for my city. And if I had $1,000 right now where I could go order, I'd probably have enough pieces for the next 3 months. So I can't justify. I just can't justify it. The Lego employee gift sets. Okay. Oh, okay. So, were you a Lego employee at the time, or did you just happen to pick it up on the secondary market? Where's the big guy? He's right here. Enzo. Enzo, come here. Enzo, come here. Say, I feel neglected because Gertie's been here hogging up all the attention. And whenever I call one of them, usually the other one comes. It's like they all forgot their names all of a sudden. All right. Yeah, buddy, $1,000 would get my roads done and a whole lot of mills plated. Yeah, I mean that's the problem right there. Is that it just the $1,000 just means so much to everything else. It's a lot, and the fact that it's only part of a spear and well, not even really. I don't know how to describe it. It's junk. That's how to describe it. Oh, so they should have released it with this set here, the junkyard set, huh? You know, now that I said that, I'm gonna have to build a miniature Death Star and stick it here, ready to be crushed in this salvage yard right here. I have the parts to build it and made purest custom version of the Yuletide pilot because I'm not paying $1,500 for that. UCS cheese wheel. I like that. That's a very good descriptor of it. The cheese wheel. Okay. Not really sure how this works. That's interesting crane. Interesting crane. Never seen it built that way before. Even though I'm not a Star Wars fanatic, I have big expectations for the Death Star, especially after building the Lego Ideas Globe set. Yeah, I'm with you on that. And not only that, I mean, I know, like I've said this before in other streams, but I really hope that enough of us don't buy it, that it gets Lego to rethink releasing sets like that. Because honestly, if they start feeling that they can get away with $1,000 junk sets to us, they're gonna repeat it. They're gonna start putting out more sets that are just complete crap, and they're just gonna, yeah, no, we really can't buy that one. And I'm sorry to say that, but I really hope it bombs. Sends a message to Lego to don't do those kind of sets. Oh boy. There we go. I was hoping we would see some type of shape or building techniques that went along with that. Yeah, no, I can understand that. Any plans for tonight? Well, after this, I'm going to my sister's house to return Gertie. So I'll probably be gone most of the rest of the day. My sister lives like 45 minutes from me, so yeah, I want to return Gertie. I really do like Gertie, but the problem is nobody really works with her. I work with her where I have her, but that's just not enough. And she doesn't know to be quiet at night, so I get woken up several times throughout the night just by her barking. And she barks at every little thing, which is the exact opposite of Enzo. Enzo, I've had him 3.5 years, and I only hear him bark once in a great while. Yeah, something has to be seriously wrong for him to bark. So it's just really odd for me to all of a sudden have a dog that barks at anything and everything all at once. All right, so there we have this. And it came with a little dog, but I didn't tell us where to put it, so I'm going to put it right there. There we go. And then, okay, now we're on to some weird contraption thing. It's got 3 bags that go to it. And we're done with stickers, by the way. Where's Gertie? She is over here. Oh, yes, 100%. I'm praying no one buys it. Yes. I think that's the best thing we can do as a community for the community is not to buy that set. I really mean it. We need to send them the message that this is not acceptable. Otherwise, we're going to get more of it, and we're all going to hate it. Okay, we got bag number 6 here. And I'm going to see if I can get Gertie to come here. Gertie she typically doesn't like coming up all the way up the stairs. Sometimes I can get her to. But I'll give it a shot here in a minute. Yep, Lego's trying to set the bar way too high. Yeah, and honestly, as much as I love doing these Lego sets, if that's going to be the new norm, it's going to be crap sets for way too much. I already feel like it's too much to begin with. I've never thought I'd hear myself say this, but you're going to see me stop collecting Lego if that happens, because I'd rather put my money somewhere else. Not that I want to give it away completely, but I've already been investing some of my money into stocks and ETFs. And I've done very nice for myself doing that. And to be honest with you, if I were to save what I've made or what I've spent on Lego over the last couple of years into that fund instead, I wouldn't be worrying about a job right now. Legos have really, really taken a lot out of me. And I'm sure it has the rest of you as well, is that you've invested so much into it. No, I probably won't, Greg. I don't mean to be a Lego purist. I just am. And so far, I haven't really collected anything that's not Lego. But maybe that would send a message to Lego too, is if I started buying some. The only non-Lego stuff I have is a few minifigures. And that's just because there's some awesome minifigures that Lego will not do that I want. And I know on AliExpress, they got a couple of strippers you can buy. And I do intend on building a gentleman's club at some point in my Lego City. So I'm going to need those strippers for that. And Lego just doesn't do it. It just doesn't do it for me. Oh. Well, where's this piece? Oh, way over here. The overpricing is becoming more and more blatant. The Willy Wonka and the Black Pearl sets up. Yeah. And in fact, I'm not getting the Black Pearl because of that. It's just too expensive. Price per piece is something else. So, and I already have the first Black Pearl that came out with all them years ago. so I just don't feel the need to get it. The Willy Wonka one, I'm on the fence on that. I don't really want it per se, but Mrs. Chip really wants it, and she's seen it. And well, usually what Mrs. Chip wants, Mrs. Chip gets. So yeah. And Mattel and Lumi Bricks are looking better and better. I have some strippers, but would love to get custom figs. Yeah, AliExpress has got, they've got some good figs. And I would love to collect some Brickmania, but Brickmania, he primarily uses genuine Lego parts, so his stuff is really pricey. And I kind of am against that because I feel like they're pricey enough. Don't want to encourage it. Well, don't tell Mrs. Chip that. She might have a different opinion there, Greg. I gotta say, I kind of agree with you. I really want a Gene Wilder minifigure. Yeah, Gene Wilder. He's got some good movies, and I'm old enough to remember him. And so, anyway. As an electrician, I work with strippers daily. Good one. Now, this kind of building I don't like, where it's just a bunch of large pieces. No, it's meticulous, but I prefer smaller pieces to work with. Lego Blazing Saddles, that would be hilarious. I know they won't do it, though. Where are all the white women at? Anyways, seriously, as a Lego purist who has been converted, oh please try Lumi set. You will not be disappointed. Okay, I'll tell you what. Do you have a set that you recommend, or should I just look at the website? I've heard some people say they miss the old name, Fun Hole Bricks, but I don't know anything about that. Now, that would be amazing. Lego Spaceballs. I would love to see Lego Spaceballs. I know they can't because of the licensing agreement thing, but just making sure that one piece isn't left in the bag like it always is. The record store and the skate shop are both excellent. Okay. And Scott says, I was thoroughly impressed with the A-frame cabin from them. Unfortunately, anything Spaceballs won't happen. Correct. Because that was kind of the agreement. They can make the movie, but they couldn't do any toys. However, there are some, I know on Brickable, there's at least Lone Star's Winnebago on there because I've seen that built. My local Bricks and Minifigs had it for a while. And there we go. A lady with a wrench. Enzo's dreaming, and he just growled in his sleep. Sometimes I see him running in his sleep. I always wonder what's he's chasing in his dreams. I know what I'm chasing in my dream. The world's largest Lego city. I really am serious. I want to do that. Merchandising, that's where the money's at. That's correct. because I had heard that that's where George Lucas made most of his money off Star Wars, was the merchandising. Hey, Ken, how's it going? Spaceballs flamethrower. The kids really love this one. That would be great. All right. Ken says, afternoon, incredible, amazing, Jeff. I'm sitting here working on the Agora Goldfinger while enjoying my paid Labor Day off before going back to work again Tuesday afternoon. Am I getting the Game Boy? Probably not. Unfortunately, right now, Greg, I am pretty much relegated to only getting things that have to do with my city. Unfortunately, money's gotten super tight, and it's only about ready to get tighter. I'm still looking for a job. I'm still applying, but I got to be honest, 150 applications and only 2 interviews, no job. So not really going the way I hoped. So I am considering going back to school as a possibility. And I'm also considering moving as a possibility. I'm just trying to find a way to make things work for me. The Game Boy looks amazing, but I have to prioritize my Lego purchases. If not for the Lego layout, I don't really need it. If it's not for the Lego show layout, I don't really. Okay, I got you. Sorry, I read that wrong. And Scott, I went through when I first joined my lug. There were very few members, and so a lot of my money went towards things the lug needed. Now the lug has matured a little bit, meaning we have more members, and we've purchased a lot of things that we need for shows. I don't have to contribute as much anymore. But I definitely understand that for the layout. And also, Scott, if maybe one of these times, like maybe, are you guys? That's right. You guys do. Are you guys doing your live stream tonight? By the way, I'm sorry, I got sidetracked. Yeah, Scott, are you and Yeti doing your live stream tonight? Yeah, my lug consists of me and Yeti. Well, if I lived closer to y'all, and you guys would like to have me, I would do it. I'd be part of your unofficial lug. And maybe we could get a lug going for real. But then again, it's kind of nice. I thought it was nicer when we weren't part of a lug because then we weren't subject to their rules. I'm not trying to be negative, but Lego does have a lot of rules. Like you absolutely cannot have anything that's not Lego. Supposedly, even your Mills plating. But let's just say I know certain people that use non-Lego parts for the underside of the Mills plating where you're never going to see it. But I know that Lego doesn't like that at all. It's actually against the rules. Would you go to Brick Rodeo? Yes, I would. Yeah, the show will definitely happen. Might even go on early if possible. Okay. Well, I'll get a hold of Yeti. I may be back in time to do it, and if I am, I'd love to be there if you guys want to have me. And if you don't want to, I understand. I'm just joking with you, man. It's all good. That'd be awesome, Jeff, but I kind of like being a loner, Dottie, a rebel. Yes, I recognize the movie. That is from Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Well, yeah, you guys let me know what you guys are doing, and if you want an extra person around to tell a couple dumb jokes, I'd be happy to be there. And Greg says, would you go to Brick Rodeo? And yes, I would. I love going to shows. I love it when I go to shows and I don't have to do as much as I used to, because that's one thing that kind of burned me out, was when my lug was younger. I'm not kidding. Like anywhere from half to 75% of the layout was mine. And it just got to be really old setting it all up just to tear it down 3 days later. And like no one would help. And I'm sorry, not that I really want people's help, but I do want people's help, because that's a lot. Legos are hard to set up. And yes, I said Legos on purpose. If you want to have a discussion about that in the comment, go ahead. But I'm going to tell you, you're not going to change my mind. It's Legos. I'm just kidding with you. I really don't care about that debate in any sort of way. I figure you call it whatever you want. I'll go along with it. Okay. One more. All right. We just got a little bit left to go here, and then we are done with this set. I will show the whole entire thing at the end. If I had the money, I would get Titanic or the UCS Falcon. You know, I would love to have the Titanic too. And every single time I thought I had the money to get it, I'm not that I'm asking for any sympathy, but something stupid happens in real life and I need the money for something else. So, but I would love to have it. I think it's a great set. And also, speaking of great sets, where's never mind. Just kidding. This train set is cool. Almost done. Awesome. It is an awesome set. It's much more modern looking than the original one. The Doc, yeah, he is pretty cool. I do think the best Doc Ock ever, though, is the one from the Daily Bugle, because that one has a lot more pieces to him. Wrong color piece. Almost colorblind on that. Almost looks the same color. All right. Yeah, I'm supposed to be getting the Arkham Asylum. Hopefully they'll ship it now that it's the first. So I want to build that one on camera. I have not forgotten you, Greg. I'm still going to build the steamboat. I haven't done it yet. Or the paddle boat, whatever it's called. I still have it in the box. Oh boy, I dropped a piece. Oh, it's just a drill. I'm not worried about it. There we go. Oh boy, that's not going very well. Man, I'm just afraid I'm going to slip and then bust my fingers. It always happens. There we go. There's that. There we go. I don't know if you guys ever cut a knuckle on a corner of a Lego plate or brick, but I shouldn't say it, but it hurts like a mother something I won't say. Comes highly recommended. Try it twice. Greg says I want some Jollibee. What is that? Oh, looks like I forgot 2 pieces. Let's put it in there. This is per the instructions, to be honest. All right. So we are done with this. Let me show you the whole entire thing. We've got this car crusher thing. A Filipino fried chicken joint. All right. Must be a local thing. We've got the main office. We've got this that they put the car to lift. We've got car number 1, car number 2, and we've got the 4 minifigs. All right, so this is it. All 800 something pieces, and this is my live stream for today. Thanks for being here. If you guys would hit that like button, subscribe. If you're on Rumble, give it a rumble and follow the channel. All right, guys, enjoy the rest of your holiday afternoon, and I'll catch you guys later.